Welcome to Block 6 of your endurance component of your athletic development program. As the return to our sport is coming ever so close and you're probably back to training already, in your timetable you'll notice that we have endurance and speed split. And the purpose of this is to try and get you to select which you feel is going to benefit your game the most. So do you need more speed development or do you need more endurance development? Are you someone that lacks that speed in the game, or are you someone that lacks that or has that fatigue towards the end of the game? So whatever you feel that is most benefit to you, then please select whether more speed or endurance, because with the return now of your sport, it's difficult to maintain everything and do everything all at once. So it's better to be more selective on what you're trying to achieve out of your program. And it might be that you do a phase of your endurance and then you might come back to your speed, because these programs will be made available to you whenever you feel you need to use them. Okay, so let's crack on with our endurance side of things. We're on to block 6 now, and up to now we've done a lot of aerobic capacity work, which is building the base, building the endurance. Now we're transitioning our way onto aerobic power, which is more the higher end of the stuff. But to benefit from this phase, it's always good to have a good level of capacity. So if you haven't done so much capacity, make sure you do a little bit of that before you go on to these power stuff. It isn't completely aerobically power, but it's that transition in between the two. So in week 11, which is the start of this block, we want you to do 3 times 4 minutes of work. Now, with the 4 minutes of work, you can go now over 180 beats per minute. So you can push on to try and get as much maximal intensity out of this program as you can. If you're only working for 4 minutes, obviously that's quite tough, but build your way into it and graduate yourself after each minute. So start off, minute 1 is probably your easiest, minute 2 is a little bit tougher, and then 3 and 4 become very tough in terms of the output. Now, it's important to note that it isn't just a slog for 4 minutes. To try and keep a level of good consistency, a good level of tempo in your running when you're doing your runs for 4 minutes, and towards the end of it, it should be a strong, powerful run. Even though it's the tough part of the run, the last a minute, we'll say, should be a kind of a strong gut busting run, if you like it. But push over the 180 beats per minute, take your 2 minute rest, and then go for that 3 times in week 11. In week 12, which is the latter part of block 6, we want you to add another set to that. So it's 4 sets of 4 minutes work. Again, 180 beats, 2 minutes rest in between. And that should allow you to get some real good aerobic conditioning into your program. If you don't have a heart rate belt, make the first 2 minutes an 8 or 9 out of 10, and the last 2 runs a 9 or 10 out of 10. Again, like I said at the start, just follow this if you feel like that's going to be that's your limiting factor of the program. If you feel like you've already good base of endurance, then maybe the speed element is more beneficial to you. But try and blend these components into your return to your sport, and make sure that they're benefiting you in the best way possible. There's your block 6 for your endurance. I hope you enjoy it, and see you again soon.